By the world and how it's world, from police brutality to climate change. We gotta talk, no fan for shame. Relationships can be so tough, but we need to talk not just enough about trust, love, and where it stands in our hearts. Let's break that chain. Let's talk about it, let's not hide. The truth is what makes us thrive. From politics to private fears, we need to hear each other's ears. Sometimes it feels like we're alone, but together we can make a zone where every voice is heard and seen. Let's make a change. It's time to begin. Workplace issues, gender gaps, equality. Let's not stop fast about pay, respect, and power. Let's stand up for what's true. Mental health, it's time to shine. No more stigma, we'll make it fun. Talk about anxiety, depression. Let's heal and find a better solution. Streets to the boardroom, our voices matter, we're not alone. Let's lift each other up, let's start now. Together we can make it grow. Let's talk about it, let's not hide. The truth is what makes us thrive. Don't politics to crowded fears, we need to hear each other here. Let's talk about it, let's not hide. The truth is what makes us thrive. Don't politics to private fears, we need to hear each other here. Got a story I need to tell about the world and how it's world, from police brutality to climate change. We gotta talk, no fan for shame. Relationships can be so tough, but we need to talk not just enough about trust, love, and where it stands in our hearts. Let's break that chain. Let's talk about it, let's not hide. The truth is what makes us thrive. From politics to private fears, we need to hear each other's ears. Sometimes it feels like we're alone, but together we can make a zone where every voice is heard and seen. Let's make a change. It's time to begin. Workplace issues, gender gaps, equality. Let's not stop fast about pay, respect, and power. Let's stand up for what's true. Mental health, it's time to shine. No more stigma, we'll make it fun. Talk about anxiety, depression. Let's heal and find a better solution. Streets to the boardroom, our voices matter, we're not alone. Let's lift each other up, let's start now. Together we can make it grow. Let's talk about it, let's not hide. The truth is what makes us thrive. Don't politics to crowded fears, we need to hear each other here. Let's talk about it, let's not hide. The truth is what makes us thrive. Don't politics to private fears, we need to hear each other here. Got a story I need to tell about the world and how it's world. From police brutality to climate change, we gotta talk, no fat for shame. Relationships can be so tough, but we need to talk, not just to love, about trust, love, and where it stands. In our hearts, let's break that chain. Let's talk about it, let's not hide. The truth is what makes us thrive. From politics to private fears, we need to hear each other's ears. Sometimes it feels like we're alone, but together we can make a zone where every voice is heard and seen. Let's make a change. It's time to begin. Workplace issues, gender gaps, equality. Let's not stop fast about pay, respect, and power. Let's stand up for what's true. Mental health, it's time to shine. No more stigma, we'll make it fun. Talk about anxiety, depression. Let's heal and find a better solution. Streets to the boardroom, our voices matter, we're not alone. Let's lift each other up, let's start now. Together we can make it grow. Let's talk about it, let's not hide. The truth is what makes us thrive. Don't politics to private fears, we need to hear each other here. Let's talk about it, let's not hide. The truth is what makes us thrive. Don't politics to private fears.
Join your bounty hunter, Mr. Charlie, on Big Time Radio Network every Friday starting at 7 p.m. for Sentinel AF. Mr. Charlo brings you the best in soca and dancehall music right to you radio, with some of the greatest soca and dancehall artists of all time, making you feel like he is bringing the island straight to you. So join your Oracle Mr. Charlie every Friday on Big Time Radio Network.
Hey, this is Tico Wells, choir boy from the Five Heartbeats, and you're listening to Big Time Radio Network.
At Social Flair Event Studios, we don't just host events, we create unforgettable experiences while providing exceptional service. From the birthday extravaganzas to wedding celebrations and even corporate events, Social Flair Event Studio is your go-to destination for making lasting memories. Whether it's a moment of love, connection, or celebration, we tailor our space to fit your needs, creating the perfect atmosphere for you and your guests. Every detail is thoughtfully curated, ensuring that your event will be talked about for years to come. Why choose us? At Social Flair Event Studio, we're excited to offer a beautiful, versatile space, personalized service to make your event truly special. Let us bring your vision to life. Contact us today at socialflairevent.com. Social Flair Event Studio, 10934 Hall Street Road, Midlothian, Virginia, Genitals Place, number 804-220-0444.
Big Time fan, ready to level up your energy? Let's talk W Energy Drinks, the brand that's all about being better. Born from one guy's issue with the major big energy drinks, low quality ingredients, and weak flavors, W's taking on big energy with clean, high quality drinks that taste unreal. W's got no sugars, no artificial flavors, no dyes, and 0 calories. It's jitter-free, crash-free, and packed with over 15 unique custom-made flavors that thousands of people are loving every single month. From humble beginnings to taking on the giants, W's all about giving you clean, high-quality energy that tastes incredible. So whether you're grinding at work, hitting the gym, or just need a boost to your day, grab energy drink from W. Be better, feel better. Let's get it. And as a special offer to our Big Time listeners, W is offering you 10% off your order when you use the code BIGTIME during your checkout. That's Big Time, BIGTYME, to get your 10% off at w.gg.
Say podcast. I am Angela Canty Ingram.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Antoine, aka Ty Breeze, and we are back in the studio.
Yes. I hope everybody had a happy holiday. Did you get what you wanted to, Breeze?
I did.
You did?
I did. I got everything I asked for, actually.
Cool.
Plus some.
Cool.
How
That's
about you?
what's up. I really didn't want anything.
Mm.
And, I went to the game, the Cowboys won, and that's all I needed.
Right. There you go.
So it's all good.
That's cool.
All good.
That's cool.
So, DC is DCing.
Oh.
That's all I'm gonna say with that. DC
Right.
is still DCing.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a little extra out there.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
Traffic probably as terrible as it's always been, if not worse.
You know what? It wasn't as bad.
Oh, all right.
It
Well,
wasn't as bad.
even though the traffic
I guess
ain't bad.
I don't know if it's because it was Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Everybody was where they needed to be, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes
so,
sense.
Yeah.
The holidays definitely will have you traveling or will have you staying put because you travel.
Exactly.
So that's how
Yeah.
that go.
So,
Yeah. No, DC is definitely a very it's a hot spot right now for all things politically incorrect.
Exactly.
So we're just gonna leave that right where it is.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle that's got a lot of missing pieces.
I look at it as Jenga. There's this tower, and now piece by piece this tower is just getting skinnier and skinnier, and it's losing its balance.
Yeah.
It's getting to a point where all of the heavy stuff is at the top,
Mm-hmm.
and all of the blocks that are being pulled are from the bottom.
Mm-hmm. And it's about to come crashing down.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
They're going to pull out that last piece or a couple pieces,
Yeah.
and that'll do it. That'll do
Yeah.
it. We'll all see it unfold on national television, no less.
We will.
It's going to hit social media like a rock, I'm telling you. And we're not going to know what's going on.
We don't know what's going on now anyway.
I mean, at least we got an idea of what might be happening.
We know
And-
the players.
Right. And we know that these Epstein files have things in them that they are trying to hide.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that stuff, y'all can't really hide it because y'all just put somebody in jail for doing something similar to that already.
Right.
And he was just the first step in a long line of what's to come. And I think we all know who we're talking about here.
Well, the thing of it is, we put a criminal in the White House
Yep.
to lead our country.
Yep.
And that criminal put more criminals to help and assist him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the whole thing, the soup, the whole batch of soup is dirty.
Yeah.
The whole thing is bad.
Yeah.
And the only way is to throw the whole batch out.
Right. Start anew.
Start anew. So until that happens, nothing will be done.
Well, it's funny, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. We elected a criminal,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. No, well, I won't say we, but quote unquote
we're Americans, so we got to take some type of accountability whether we decided to vote.
African American.
Well, yeah, we are on.
I'm gonna pull that card. We African
All right,
American.
so I guess we go on gender fluid this thing. They elected
There you go.
him to be a criminal.
Mm-hmm. And they knew who he was.
And here's what's weird about that. He know he a criminal,
Mm-hmm.
not liking criminals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You call immigrants criminals
Mm-hmm.
as a criminal.
Mm-hmm. And you've done so far worse than they have
So-
ever done.
so-
And a lot of them haven't done anything.
So it's like going to your nearest bank,
Mm-hmm.
somebody robbed that bank before, and you catch them in transit on your way to rob the same bank, and you go, did he just rob this bank? I'm supposed to be robbing this bank.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, so because you ain't getting all the attention, you calling everybody else criminals. Oh, so you want to be a criminal that's a hero. Oh, okay. So you want to do crime as long as it's justified. But there are working people that don't even know they're committing them.
Mm-hmm.
And you will lock them up. Oh,
What's
okay.
justified crime, though?
There's no such thing.
No. Mm-mm.
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And if any type of American, red, black, blue, orange, navy, it don't matter. Y'all should understand one thing. Justice is all shapes and sizes and colors.
Mm-hmm.
If it don't look right to one, it ain't going to look right to any of them.
Right.
It's going to take that one crime that's going to turn everything upside down.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that are left that voted for him are going to look at him like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not signing up for that. I didn't think it was that. I'm not signing up for that. Because that's not what they signed up for. They signed up for the things that he promised.
Right.
And the fact that you haven't seen any of it and you still back him, okay, all right, I'll give you that. Blind belief, it's normal. I don't know why, but it's normal.
I don't either.
But then there's going to come a time where they'll go, okay. Now, see, I didn't think he would go that far. Because especially the people that voted for him, they don't think.
Mm-hmm.
They just hear him talking. And then believe it as he's talking.
And
Because
a lot of people thought they was getting checks.
Because
he gave checks before.
And it's because he's the president, though. It has nothing to do with his credibility or none of that. It's because he was president. They gonna believe him.
Well,
What has always been the conversation around the president? He's the head honcho.
mm-hmm.
That's what they are teaching in schools. They're teaching you, Congress and all that other stuff, but they're not teaching you the difference between being a president and being a Congress member. I bet you they not.
And that
Because I don't remember that curriculum when I went.
But it makes me wonder, are they even being taught the truth?
No.
The
They're
truth
taking
isn't-
black history
the
out.
truth
They've
isn't
taken black
being-
history out of schools.
Mm-hmm.
There is no truth there. They took
Right.
away the two things that all schools need for balance. That is black history, because it's still history,
Mm-hmm.
and God itself.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with you? So everything is white people did all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Not a soul brown did any of it. Nothing. Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Funny thing about that is that our history is in plain sight. It ain't hard to find.
No. And it's up to us to teach our history.
Mm-hmm.
It's our responsibility, more so now than it's ever been.
Right.
We have got to teach our children our history.
And we've got to be better at knowing our history ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
with that in mind, we
Knowing the Constitution,
Right.
knowing our rights. So if they're being, how do you know your rights are being violated if you don't even know your rights?
They're not teaching them in the schools. I know it.
No.
And the only time they will give it to you straight is when you already have metal wrapped around your freaking.
That's right.
No. They read you your rights.
Supposedly.
They read them to you.
They're supposed to.
They read you the rights after you've done something you did not know was wrong because they did not teach you it was.
Yeah. And it's going to be our responsibility
It's
to
weird
know.
how you wait till we do the crime to tell us what our rights really are. When if we knew them at the beginning, we wouldn't even be here. We would know how to comply, to escalate, go on
Some
about our
of us
business.
would.
As long as we can allow people to understand what it means
Mm-hmm.
when you do decide to do that, and there's more of them than us,
Mm-hmm.
and they're trained to do certain things that we are not trained to do,
Mm-hmm.
something is gonna click. Like, even if you do go in guns blazing, is that smart?
Right.
You got to beat them at their own game, and it can't be with a weapon. It can't. They know your rights.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know your rights to tell them? Because they're not gonna know that you know, but they do know that you don't.
Right. They're hoping that we're stupid.
Which is why they come after you, because that's the first thing they're gonna do. They're gonna test you to see if you even know them in the first place.
Yeah.
And the minute they can get you hemmed up, the first thing we gonna do, instinct, run. Because we don't know them. We don't know them. Whole time we got a right to stand there just as much as you do. We are not in violation of any code. So what is it that you want from me, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Still got to be polite, but you got to know.
Right.
It's good to know. That way, when they do decide to come around, it's not roaches scattering when the lights come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. It's going to take some time, but we will figure it out.
It's about knowing who we are.
And knowing what to teach. Make sure it stick.
Absolutely.
And not scare them into thinking that what we have to do is to die for it. We don't have to.
Mm-mm.
We can live for that.
Yeah.
Straight up. And that's how that's going to be. We're going to live for that. We're not dying for nothing. We're going to live for everything because we need it all back. And we're going to take it back.
Yeah, we have to determine what our blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
What is our blueprint?
The game
Our
is
people.
the game is set. Now it's time to start doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
We can show them exactly what it looks like when they don't understand how smart we really are when we use their playbook on them. We know everything you know. What you got?
Mm-hmm. Your move. It's
You can't
chess.
hide nothing else now. Now you're going to come up with new ways to get somebody hemmed up. Can't. Because it's not going to stick. You tried it against your own people. Didn't work. Mortgage fraud? So you're willing to make something up
Mm-hmm.
just to stall. Oh,
Yeah.
good. Keep stalling while we keep
And
knowing.
Now we do it. Not we, but you know what I'm saying. They're doing it in plain sight now.
Right.
It's it's out there now.
Yeah.
This is a new kind of thing now we doing.
Man. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, look. Knowledge is indeed power, and they are using it against us.
And the people on his revenge tour, they don't even have to wonder if he coming for them because he blatantly telling them, "I'm coming for you."
Well,
I'm
the
gonna
problem
get you.
the problem is I don't think he realizes who's coming for him. It may not look like it now.
You know who's going to be coming for him,
Yeah.
and who very well may be coming for us.
No. See, that therein lies the problem. Because it's not going to be anybody outside of the country. It's going to be us going after him.
You don't think our Russian friend?
Hey, listen. Here's the thing. If we aren't outraged to do something by the time they do something, then it indeed will be a World War III. But I honestly feel like if we chose to go, you know what? We got to get him out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Putin is going to look at that and go, you know what? I don't even got to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because his own people going to do it.
And that very well may be what he's thinking now.
Look at him. He's doing it to his own people.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's waiting for the perfect time for us to be like, you know what? We tired of it, so we're going to go after you instead. Russia ain't did nothing to us, and we just working class people. We going after the person responsible for why he even got beef with you.
Yeah.
We don't want no smoke. We want to live.
There's a few countries right now.
So we gotta go for the host, because I guarantee you, if we cut the head off the snake, everything else will follow. Everything is gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's over with.
Dominoes.
That's it. What now? Who they gonna go after? Whoever his constituents are.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna run before it gets that bad.
Right. Absolutely.
And if he is the source of all of this chaos, what is left for them to even do? They can make reservations to make changes so that everybody can eat.
Right.
God forbid they'll have a summit. We can have a summit to pick who the president gonna be. Just so we'll know that everything is as it should be.
Yeah.
Let's have a summit at least. But Donald Trump got to go, because if we had that summit and Trump is there, he is a weapon of mass destruction that they've been talking about for the past 25 years. It's him. It ain't nothing in Iraq. No, it's him. It's him. He just been hiding on The Apprentice on TV.
I know.
Gosh.
Absolutely. Well.
Yeah. So, let's take a quick break, y'all. We'll be right back with our special guest, Miss Lynn Lewis.
All right.
Big time fan, ready to level up your energy? Let's talk W Energy Drinks, the brand that's all about being better. Born from one guy's issue with the major big energy drinks, low quality ingredients, and weak flavors, W's taking on big energy with clean, high quality drinks that taste unreal. W's got no sugars, no artificial flavors, no dyes, and 0 calories. It's jitter-free, crash-free, and packed with over 15 unique custom-made flavors that thousands of people are loving every single month. From humble beginnings to taking on the giants, W's all about giving you clean, high-quality energy that tastes incredible. So whether you're grinding at work, hitting the gym, or just need a boost to your day, grab energy drink from W. Be better, feel better. Let's get it. And as a special offer to our big-time listeners, W is offering you 10% off your order when you use the code BIGTIME during your checkout. That's BIGTIME, BIGTYME, to get your 10% off at W.GG.
At Social Flair Event Studios, we don't just host events, we create unforgettable experiences while providing exceptional service. From the birthday extravaganzas to wedding celebrations and even corporate events, Social Flair Event Studio is your go-to destination for making lasting memories. Whether it's a moment of love, connection, or celebration, we tailor our space to fit your needs, creating the perfect atmosphere for you and your guests. Every detail is thoughtfully curated, ensuring that your event will be talked about for years to come. Why choose us? At Social Flair Event Studio, we're excited to offer a beautiful, versatile space, personalized service to make your event truly special. Let us bring your vision to life. Contact us today at socialflairevent.com. Social Flair Event Studio, 10934 Hall Street Road, Midlothian, Virginia, Genitals Place, number 804-220-0449.
Confidence, beauty, elegance. At Greg Hall Boudoir Photography, we capture you at your absolute best.
With over 15 years of experience, Greg Hall knows how to bring out your unique style, making you look and feel incredible.
Solo or with that special someone, couples are always welcome. Choose from multiple affordable packages with custom add-ons to make your session unforgettable.
Fast turnarounds, easy online cloud proofing, and no pressure selection. We make the process smooth, seamless, and stress-free.
Visit us at 10934 Hull Street Road and follow us on social media to schedule your session today. Greg Hall Boudoir Photography, because you deserve to shine.
Welcome back, everyone. I am honored and pleased to announce that we have tonight with us Miss Lynn Lewis from Destined to Thrive Grief Counseling Services. Welcome, Lynn.
Thank you. And it's coaching.
I'm sorry. Grief coaching services. Yes. I am so glad to have you here tonight. I want to just talk about getting through the holidays when you have lost someone that you've loved. Especially when you've lost someone you've loved. But during this season that we're in, loss takes on different meanings to different people. So how do we even begin? For some people, it's the first holiday since they lost their loved one.
So, great question. Before I respond to the question, I like to just give a little
yes, I'm sorry.
backstop.
No,
that's fine. A little backdrop to when we talk about loss and grief.
Mm-hmm.
So first, loss is basically when we no longer have access to something or somebody that we loved or cared deeply about. And so I like to say that because many times we think when we hear the word loss or grief that it's only relating to death. And so, as you alluded to a minute ago, that's not the case. It's anything that we no longer have access to. So in addition to a person, it could be your health, it could be a job loss, it could be loss of a relationship and things like that. And then when we talk about grief is the reactions or response to that loss, really the emotions that come about. And then grieving is that process of how we navigate, how we manage those emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like to put that out there, so specifically to be sure that people understand that it's not only related to death.
Right.
And so you asked the question, how do people manage it, especially during the holiday season?
Yeah.
Excuse me. So one thing, the holiday season, because it's a merry and bright time of the year, it heightens those emotions, because all you hear from October to January is, the holidays. So it heightens awareness. For many people, they may have thought that those things, they were kind of over them or they were good, and because of all of the talk about the holidays and preparation, it kind of brings up stuff, and so that makes it hard. And then, as you mentioned, if it's your first year without your person, it's the year of missing that person, missing what they brought to the family, and it's really it's different. It's never going to be the normal thing, so it really is a new normal. And so there are just some things that people get to choose. They get to choose how they want to navigate, how they want to get through those things.
Yeah, and it's not easy.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy, and that depends a lot on relationships that you had with the person, what part of the family they played. Were they the matriarch or patriarch of the family? Were they with the house that everybody gathered? So it has a lot to do with that. And then, as we mentioned, it could be, say it's a job loss. This year we've had seen a lot of people lose their livelihood, be furloughed. So you think about people that's accustomed to buying a lot of things, buying gifts, and now they can't do that this year. So that's a loss, and then that's going to cause them to experience some grief, because now I can't do that. And unfortunately, some families, they feel pressured to do certain things. So it's just, so you have to make a choice, decide, okay, what can I do? How can I manage this? And it differs for everybody because the grieving process is different for everyone. Even if it's for the same person, you know, it's you still manage it. I like to say that our grieving process or grief is like our DNA. It's you know, it's different for everybody. Yeah, you know, the fingerprint, though our fingers look very similar, but we make a print. And I think you also mentioned that grief has no expiration date. It just lasts as long as it lasts.
Right.
And then the holidays will sometimes activate that, or some people say trigger that, those feelings. And God forbid if it's, you know, the holidays and it's a birthday or anniversary date or a death date, you know, so that just heightens all of it.
Right. And sometimes folks just don't understand, you know, if they haven't gone through it.
Exactly.
They don't understand. And so they can say things, and then that'll trigger an even deeper emotion.
Yeah, so people, because we all manage and navigate differently, so yeah, people don't understand if they have not had a similar situation or a similar type of relationship, they may not understand. I was in a summit earlier this fall, and there was a lady there who mentioned that her mom had passed away this year, and maybe within a couple of months of when we were in the summit. And she said that, you know, she's still going through, but her spouse, her husband, was trying to figure out why you still in this space, you know. And so either his mother is still living, and I don't know, but this is just my thought. Either his mother is still living, or he has had a different type of relationship with his mother. So he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand why she's still dealing with that. And I like to remind people too, Angie, is that we've had people for X number of years. So it's like, I'll use my own example. My father passed away in August, and he was 91 years of age when he passed away. So the grief that I am carrying or experiencing for him is totally different from what I have for my son. And so people don't understand that. And I'm guilty. I've had to repent because I used to think, okay, they lived for 91 years, you know, and you're still upset about it. But now I understand, and it doesn't have to do with the age, because I knew my father all my life. I mean, he was with us all my life.
Right.
And he was young. He was only 25 years older than me, so, you know, we kind of, you know, we were together. We grew up in a way together. So now I understand. But I've said and been guilty of saying stuff like, okay, they were old, you know, they were sick, you know. Why are you acting like that? But now I know, even though I'm not stopped, dropping, and rolling, because my father prepared us well. And besides, I've buried my son, so it's not too much that's going to, you know, take me all the way. Except maybe my siblings. If one of them passed before I do, I don't know. I don't know, because we've been tight all of our lives. But, so people don't know what to say. We live in a grief avoidance society where we know that everybody's going, if you got a birthday, you're going to have a death date. We just don't know when it is.
Right.
But in between, we don't know what to do. We don't know what to say when that happens. And that's very unfortunate that we don't want to talk about it.
Right.
It's going to happen, and it's not easy to talk about.
You can't run away from it.
You're not going to get away from it. and then we need to learn how to lean into lean into those reactions, those emotions that happens. Another story of mine, Thanksgiving, we were at my brother-in-law's house for dinner, and a cousin, he was talking about so we call him the second cousin. So it's the first cousin's children, which my son was the first cousin's child. And he was just naming, it was me and then this one and this one. And then when it got to where my son would have been in the lineup,
he stopped.
He didn't mention him. And I just sat over in the corner and had my little cry, because though he's not here physically, but you could still say, Daniel was next.
Right.
Right. So, but I understand, because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say about him not being here, so they just kind of skip on by, So it's unfortunate that we don't. And so that's one of my missions, is to help people to get more comfortable talking about death, talking about grief, talking about being okay with how you're feeling or not feeling,
right.
Instead of just shutting up. And I am so proud of, there are some men who I've seen on social media that they are seeming more comfortable with talking. I mean, a long way to go for all of us. But when I see men talking to each other, I'm like, shoo, yes.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, society did that to our men too. When they were little boys, get up, stop that crying, stop acting like a sissy.
You better not cry.
Better not cry. And then the girls cry, oh, let me put a Band-Aid on that, So we did that. And then it can be an 8-year-old boy who, whether for whatever reason the father is not, or the man is not in the home, well, you the man of the house now. What the heck does that do to a 8, 10, 12-year-old to say you the man of the house?
You force them to grow faster, and then they're willing to handle.
Yeah. I mean, my father, I'm not a man, but my father kind of did that to me, because I was 18 when our mother died, and my siblings are younger. And so he said, well, Lynn is in charge. Whatever she says goes. And so I'm 18. I just graduated from high school. I'm a teenager. It's 1977, y'all. So we definitely didn't talk about grief and all of that. And so he said that for years. And then one day, he was in the hospital. They were talking about the advance directive. And he said, well, whatever Lynn said goes. Nope, Pops, we're not doing that anymore. Do not put that pressure on me. Do not.
Yeah.
Do not put that pressure on me. But we do that. But that's a scapegoat. That's so we were able to, have his stuff done, and he made his arrangements and all of that before his time. But so many times that doesn't happen because we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about it. You sick, you old, you're on your deathbed, but I don't care. I don't care what happened. Y'all do what y'all want to do.
Right.
No. And so when you add that into the holiday season, it's just an extra layer of having to deal with that stuff.
And sometimes as time go on, you start to replay that very moment you noticed it was going to happen that way. So it's like every holiday come around and it's that same picture.
Yep, the same thing.
So it's the process just starts all over again.
Exactly. And so that's one of the things that I teach is to help people to be proactive, to prepare. Because like you said, it's coming. Yeah. All of the dates, it's on rotation, right? They're coming. They're always coming back around.
Right.
So, to be proactive, to stop and think about, okay, I know this is coming. There's nothing I can do about it, but just stop take a pause, breathe, and then try to turn your thoughts to, okay, they are not here. They're never going to be here again in that form.
Right.
So let's turn to what's now, what I have now, and what can we do now. If it's a tradition, if it's a tradition that's not serving you, then stop it. Then start a new tradition. Start something new. Maybe you can commingle an old tradition with a new tradition. Because traditions are just that, things that we choose to do. It's not usually a make or break. It's just things that we get in a custom of doing. And so, kind of turn your thoughts. And then what is it that you really want to do? Like I call it ignite or reignite. What is that thing in your gut that, I really always wanted the family to go to the movies on Christmas Day? So let's go to the movies. Let's start a new tradition. Just find what's in your gut. Ignite that thing. But once you ignite something, you got to nurture it. So just to be cognizant of, you can't say, well, let's do this thing and then don't do anything about it. You gotta nurture it. Yeah, and sometimes you might gotta massage a thing and chisel some stuff away or add some stuff to it. And then just to see where's the growth? What are we getting out of this? How can we grow from this? Mom, grandma always did X, Y, Z. Now, we're not going to have the potato salad, or we're not going to have the yams like she used to make them, or he used to make them. Okay, so let's do something else. Let's try something else. What can we grow? How can we grow from this? And then other things you can do, and we are still in the holiday season because we in the middle of Kwanzaa, and we're in the middle of New Year's and all of that coming. So no is no, period. If you don't feel like going, don't want to go, change your mind, get to the door and change your mind. It's okay. Have a plan. I say have a plan and maybe a secret word. So if you're there with a friend, exit strategy. Just don't be asking questions. If I say come, let's just come. And just try to be bold in saying, no, I don't want to do that, or no, I can't do that. I just can't do that. I remember the first year that my son died, so it was just 4 months until Christmas. And we always have the family at our house Christmas Eve. So they wanted to release balloons. And I was fine with it until I wasn't. When they released those balloons,
that was it.
So never again. Not in my house, not in my presence. I can't do the balloons. So we haven't. But everybody was still really high on the adrenaline rush then, because it was just 4 months later. But so just try to be bold enough to build your boundaries. And if you don't feel like you can do it yourself, then get you a buddy that can talk for you. Because some people haven't found their voice. And I tell people in my grief group at church, I'll go with you. I'll be your bully. I don't care if they get mad at me. I'm not their family, so I don't care. Because some people can be so just want what? Come on, it's not gonna hurt you. They would want you to do
it.
How do you know? How do you know what they would want? And they're not here now, so I don't want to, so I'm not. So
yes.
That is a very common thing that people say too. Like what would they want? Well, they can't tell us now, so we can only do something closest to what we think they might have wanted based on the relationship we have with them.
Yeah, and respect, but the other part of the dealing with your personal emotions is that they are gone. They're never coming back. you're moving forward or you're taking care of yourself is not dishonoring your person. It's not dishonoring them, because again, that they're gone. They're never coming back. So now you got to take care of yourself so that you can be okay.
Yeah. And you have to figure out how
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you get yourself a counselor, you get yourself, get involved with a group, support group, whether it's a Facebook group, you hire me, a grief coach, you know, you and even with that, you figure out what works, because what works this year, it may be a whole different story next year.
Yeah.
You know, it just depends on how it hits you. Just depends.
And the different stages that you're in.
I'm glad you brought up
All right, I was
stages.
just ready to say, speaking of stages, what describe to us what those stages might be, depending on what person lost.
So the stages that we know that we hear about, and I don't even know them. It's 6 or 7 of them. I know it's anger, and it's I don't know them all.
There's no anger and acceptance.
Right. So just to put a plug here, those Elizabeth Kubler.
Is it
It's another
Claus?
name.
Claus or Claus?
I can't remember her whole name, and forgive me for not saying it correctly. But she made when she wrote those that was for the dying person.
Oh, okay.
That was
Okay.
not for us that's left behind.
Right.
That was for the person that's maybe in hospice, a terminal. That was for them. And somehow we adopted those for, persons.
For
So
the able-bodied. Right.
yeah. So
Okay.
because if you think about it now, you will and may go through all of those stages, but they're not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Because you may not be angry. You may be in shock.
Mm-hmm.
And then down the road, it's like, then you're angry. So
Yeah.
it's,
and you bounce
yeah,
back.
yeah. But
Yeah.
those were initially designed for the dying person.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was wondering because they always depicted it in movies as to
Mhm,
how they would go
mhm.
through all of those phases,
Mhm.
like either sporadically or all at one
Mhm.
time. And I'm like, well, how exactly does it work all at one time?
No, and that's the thing. They could be working simultaneously. Some of them,
Yep.
when you think about it, you can be, angry and in shock at the same time. Now, how could they do this?
Mhm.
Or whatever. And but again, if you keep in mind that those in a package were designed for the dying person, and she recognized that. Because one of my mentors in the grief arena, David Kessler, the two of them wrote a book together about that, and he recognizes it now that it's not for the persons left behind.
Mm-hmm.
You got any?
Are there separate stages though for grief?
Those stages, most people experience some or maybe all of them. But what the point I wanted to drive home is that don't expect that, okay, you were angry in month 1, that you're not going to be angry anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
they'll come back around. But yeah, there are, I'm not going to say stages, because I'm not sure to answer your question about that. But what I can say is that grief changes. It changes maybe I should say we change how we navigate it, how we learn to deal with it.
Yeah.
And so I like to use one of the analogies of the tennis ball in the jar. So if you think about a tennis ball stuffed in a pint-sized jar, it's not a whole lot of space.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you think about it in a quart-sized jar, you got more space.
Okay.
And then in a gallon-sized jar, you have more space. So what changed? The tennis ball that represents the grief didn't change.
Right.
What changed is around it, how we learn to manage it, how we learn to deal with it. And that's also by choice, because some
Yeah.
people choose, another analogy that I use is the car in the garage. You know, you can go get in the car in the garage and you can sit there.
Right.
And the car is not going anywhere. But you can decide, okay, this grief is going to be a part of my life for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start this car up,
Right.
back it out or pull it out, and I'm going to go wherever I want to go.
Right, wherever it take me, yeah.
That does not dishonor your person. That does not make the grief go away. But you are managing. You're learning to deal with it, to live with it.
Yeah.
And then some days you're going to get in there, and I'm not going anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm back in the pint-sized jar.
Right.
But the other part is that I try to instill in people that if you so choose, that there is hope. You know, because it feels different. It feels different. Now we're talking about holiday time, so you may be gone through months and months like, oh, I feel so much better. I only cried once this week. I only cussed once this week. I only, was mad once this week. And then the holidays come. And so then you kind of feeling back in that pint-sized jar. But the hope is, that there is that quart-sized, that gallon-sized jar that you're going to get back to that.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a lot. And it's because we live in a grief avoidance society. Again, we try to make it pretty and kind of shove it under the rug, but we need to let it out from under the rug.
I know I was always governed by their birthday and the day that they passed, and my emotions would always be different on those 2 days. And I find myself, as the years have passed, I will get past that day and I'll be like, what's today's day? I made it and I was okay. And I know I was sharing that with him, that I had made it past his brother's the day he passed. And I was like, I wasn't sad. I was out having a good time. I didn't even think about it.
So that's what I mean when it changes in that aspect. It changes. I can barely remember what I had for lunch today, but I can tell you some dates. So my mother was buried on August the 4th, 48 years ago. My son died on August 4th, 6 years ago.
Jeez.
My father went in the hospital for the last time on August 4th this year.
Okay.
Like, and I was pleading with God, please, and my son was buried on August 13th. I said, Lord, please don't let Pops die on the 13th of August.
Right.
I don't want another date. So I can remember those dates and those times. But some people don't, they don't remember those dates. I know the first year for me, it was like every month on that number was like I felt sad, but then all of a sudden I was like, oh, like you said, I got past that. It didn't bother me. And then sometimes you may be feeling sad. It's like, why am I feeling maybe not sad, but just feeling sad? I think you posted something like, what is going on? What's my I'm off. And you look at the calendar, it's like, oh,
that's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
I've had a few days like that.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
So it's, but again, if you can get to the point of talking about it and saying, oh, that's what's going on. Some people go to the cemetery every week.
That used to be me. I used to pack my lunch and everything and just stay there all day long until it was time for them to get out of school, and then I come on back home. I mean, I did that for weeks.
I went rather regularly for the first year or two, but I haven't been to my son's grave for 3 years. He's, that's just not what I do. But the other thing is, I don't judge if you the person that's still going every day for 10 years. But that's not,
That's
me.
the process that's most comfortable
For
them.
them.
Yeah, it's individualized.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So
All right, y'all. If y'all have any questions, any comments, feel free to call us at 804-476-2244, or you could just leave a comment on the live. We are here with Miss Lynn Lewis, our grief coaching.
You got it.
Our grief coaching analyst. I'll say that.
He done upgraded you, girl.
I hear it.
Yes. All right, now, being that we own grief in the holidays, there are people out here that have spouses.
Mhm.
Whether their spouse is dealing with that grief or they are indeed dealing with that grief. How can both of them as a unit navigate each other's grief while individually handling their own?
So, good question, because again, we all handle our emotions differently, usually. So, first of all, to recognize that, that we handle it differently,
Right.
And be respectful of each other.
Absolutely.
Be respectful of each other, and don't make me try to feel what you feel or deal with it like you are, and I shouldn't try to make you feel. One of the ladies that I was in support with 6 years ago, she was one of these people that went to the cemetery every couple of days, maybe every day, because she was living near the cemetery. And so she said to her husband, "You don't ever talk about so-and-so, their child. You don't ever talk about them. You act like you don't, it doesn't matter." And he said, "It does." He said, "I go to the cemetery every Saturday." She didn't know that. So she was just looking at, he's not doing it like I'm doing it.
Right.
Yeah. So, to try to be respectful and if possible, to talk about it.
Yeah.
Same thing with if it's another person, a sibling. A sibling.
Oh, yeah.
A sibling's going to handle it differently. I have an acquaintance now who it's several siblings. One sibling don't want to call the dead sibling's name. They don't want to have anything just to do with it, whereas the others, they will talk about the deceased sibling. So just try to be respectful.
Yeah.
Recognize that everybody, because we all have different types of relationships with our persons, with sibling or child. So to try to be
Everybody's in pain.
yeah, and to recognize that.
We just got to do better at creating safe spaces where we can start talking to people about how we really feel. Because all we really want is for somebody to listen.
To be heard and to be seen,
Exactly.
somebody to hold space.
Right.
Grief doesn't cause you to be broken. You're not broken. Broken-hearted
Although you
maybe,
feel
but
like
not broken.
Right.
So we don't need fixing. And sometimes, and wait for people to ask for advice. Sometimes they just want to be heard, just want to be seen, just, talk. And if you are listening tonight and you have not found that person or that group of people who will listen to you tell your story over and over again, then find your people. Find your group of people. Call us. We have some resources we can share with you. But find your people that will let you talk about your person as many times as you want to.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal, is to get people to start getting the feeling of not being ashamed to talk about how they feel about anything.
Definitely.
It don't got to be loss. It can be anything. Because they'll open up about that loss in the transition to them being vulnerable.
Right.
We got to be able to stabilize the environment so they can be vulnerable enough to actually get the help they need if they ever needed it.
Most definitely.
And that's how people live on.
Right. Right. Like, for example, because, we lost Dad 2012. You went to a Washington Commanders game, and that was his favorite team. I'm just now noticing that. So it's almost like y'all went together.
Yeah, I guess so.
I just thought about that, and I'm like, that is a really good way to process the relationship y'all had together, because it was just football, because y'all were married, so y'all built a covenant at that point. So it was far deeper than any tangible thing that you could put hands on. So with that, the process turns from, it could be anger or shock or what at the beginning. It might turn itself around into a whole different process where you feel joy, you feel anxiety, you feel appreciation, all because of the fact that you are now processing in a healthy way. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And also, we hear at this time of the year it's a lot about joy. I'm a living testament to joy and sorrow can coexist.
They can.
They can coexist, because, God knows that my grief makes me sad sometimes, but I have much joy. So, yeah. And it's, again, feeling joy, feeling like I want to move on, feeling like I'm going to the football game. I'm going to, even persons that, if it's a spouse or a partner, that they want to start dating or going out with their friends and stuff, that's not saying that you forgot your person.
Right.
They're not coming back. They're not coming back. That's not saying that you forgot them. It's just you want to move forward. And you want to try to get involved. My opinion, get involved with somebody who will recognize that you were married to or with this person for even if it was a year.
Yeah.
So you don't just, love don't just turn off. Feelings don't just turn off when somebody passes away from this world. So.
Yeah. They are building blocks to every relationship in recorded time.
Yeah.
Every piece not gonna fit in every relationship that you have with certain people. So the grief might be different depending on, what relationship they might have.
Oh yeah.
So that's I definitely agree with that.
Most definitely.
Yeah, the holidays can definitely be difficult for a lot of us, whether we lost a loved one or it just reminds us of something we lost that we spent so much time on, so much energy on.
Even if you divorce.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it's just hard to get over that hump.
Yeah, divorce is a big one too at the holidays, because especially if children are involved, it's like who gets the children in the day and who gets and then the children are, back and forth like that, and so yeah, it's so much. It's so much. Finances, if you go from a two income household to one, or none.
Yeah.
All of those dynamics that you go through, all of that causes grief. And we are prideful people as well. So, that's cumbersome to have to tell somebody, I can't do gifts this year, or whatever. So, yeah. But one of my things this season has been the empathy that I have for people that's really, really, really struggling, for whatever reason it might be. My empathy meter is off the charts for them, so I have to keep reminding myself you can't take everybody's stuff on. So, yeah, but that's been hard for me, and I think too because of how the year has been going with the job losses and the furloughs, and just how our shutdowns, and just how our country and a whole bunch of pieces of the parts of the world. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I want to add something.
Yes.
Like you said, I made a post earlier this week. Because my brother was on my mind, my mom was on my mind, my aunt, who, I'm from a real close-knit family. And
like we're close. We were always close. And I didn't understand. Like I always have my issues with feeling a certain way during the holidays, but it was never this. It hadn't been this strong in a while, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then it dawned on me that today I thought it was just because it was Christmas. Then it dawned on me like I lost my father the day after Christmas. I remember it. I always feel guilt for it because I left the house knowing he wasn't right. Something wasn't right. And I felt like I probably should go back, and I never did. And I always felt guilt because I lost my father the same year I lost my brother. And I lost my brother in January and lost my father in December. And I think because me and my brother were so close, and even to this day, his passing still gets me. I don't think I ever truly grieved the loss of my father. Not only because, my father didn't live with us, but he was in our lives. We didn't have the greatest relationship, but the last year of his life, it was a great relationship because he came there to support my mom. And so I grew into a relationship with him. And like I said, the last few months, the last year, it was a friendly relationship.
Right.
The last few months, it was a father-son relationship.
Okay.
So I always felt like that was his job. That was his reason for even coming there to mend our relationship. So when I look at, like, we have a couple people, a couple close friends of mine. They associate grief with the time period. With me, like I said, from December to January, I'm usually a mess because I lost my father in December. I lost my brother in January, like a couple days before his birthday. And both of them were surprises. So I know my emotional, like I'm not real talkative. I'm not real outgoing. I'm not really myself.
Processing.
During this time. But it's been 16 years. And people come to me and be like, it's been 16 years. I'm like, it's been 16 years to you. But when my brother passed, I was 30 something. So it's 30. It's not even been the time that I've known him yet.
Right, exactly.
So it's like it's been 30 something years since I grew up with him. That was all we had. It was just the three musketeers, me and my mom. And then, like I said, to add on to it, my mom was suffering from Alzheimer's and stuff like that, and that made it worse because she witnessed both of them pass. So that kind of made it worse. So it's like, I deal with a lot of family members now who, and I don't have any ill will towards anybody about this, but they are always trying to get me to be Greg, to be the person the facade I put on a regular basis around everybody else. They want me to do that at family functions and stuff like that. I don't go to family functions. I honestly can say I have not been to a family function in just my brother passed. I've not gone to my brother's funeral. I didn't go to my mother's funeral. I went to my father's funeral because of my mother. But I don't do funerals because I don't like to do family gatherings. Because when I get around family, and it reminds me, and I don't. That's one of the things I deal with. So I just wanted to put that out there. It's ridiculous for people to think, oh, it's been this many years, you need to get over it. No, it's not. This is, I only knew a life as, like, growing up, my brother's name was Melvin. Growing up, you would think my name was Melvin Gregg, because that's how it was. It was every time I heard Melvin and Gregg, it's what it is. So now to just hear Greg, people don't seem to understand it. That's 30 years of having to get over it, and it's not something you can get over. Especially when it was a surprise. When we knew he was sick, but it was a surprise.
A surprise, and like you said, that was your best friend.
Yeah.
That was your brother.
That was my hero.
Your hero. And so it's like, okay, I want him here.
Yeah.
I want him here. So I don't blame you for not going.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that you can do. You can choose. You can choose that. You can make the choice. Like, I'm not going.
Right.
I'm not going. There's some things I'm not going to. I don't go to. One of my nieces is having a baby in early spring, and I'll never be a grandmother because I only have one child. So and it's okay most of the time, but I made up my mind. I'm not going to baby showers. I just don't want to. Now, if my niece, my blood nieces, I have two of them, if they were to have a baby or if they get married, I may. But I'm like, I'm not going to baby because, well, baby showers now it's a whole production.
Yeah.
And I'll help, I'll buy, but nope. No. So, and
James
that's
Harris says you can never tell anyone how or how long to grieve.
no,
It's
you
rewarding.
can't. You can't. You can't.
Shout out to Bully.
Yeah.
And once you lose someone, once you go through that, you're never the same person you were before.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because, again, it's the relationships. It's the nevers. It's now it's the they will never see my child or whatever the nevers will happen. They will.
It's almost, to me,
The first-
it's almost hard for me to have any success because
Melvin will miss it.
right, right, and him being my cheerleader all my life, everything I've done, as the younger brother, I've done to impress him. And now when something happens, well, not much as now because I'm a little bit better with that, but in the past, when something would happen, I'm like, I'll look for him to, and I don't have that. That's hard, and people don't seem to realize. It's like something you said struck a nerve with me. People don't seem to get your life is built on memories, built on everything. Everything you have is built.
Right.
When you, just like any type of building blocks, when you take a block out, it's never the same.
It's never the same. The foundation is never the same. The building is never the same.
Nope.
So then we also know that we're still in the holiday season. So what I suggest is for us to think about after the holiday season, which is kind of over after New Year's Day weekend, is to take time to reflect on, what worked for you. What would you have done differently? What can you do differently? How can you take care of yourself? Because again, as we mentioned, those dates are on rotation.
Right.
Yeah.
They're on rotation.
Coming back around.
So they're coming back around. So what can you do? Just, and maybe nothing. Maybe everything was good, but just if it wasn't, what do you want to do next time? How can you better prepare for next time?
Yeah.
And I'm big on practicing self-love unapologetically. Don't compromise on your well-being
Right.
for anything or anybody. If those families gatherings don't set well, don't do them.
That's protecting
Don't
your
do-
peace at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You are more than capable and have every right to grieve in the way you chose to.
Exactly.
And if that includes not being around family
Then
because they are willing to tell you
Mm-hmm.
that your process has to be put on the back burner for a event,
Then don't.
then don't go.
Mm-hmm.
Because that just means that they are going through a process that they aren't recognizing yet. And instead, they will recognize somebody else's.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And that's a lot to think about. When you realize that everybody is grieving, but not everybody will tell you that that's what that is.
And this don't really have anything to do with the holidays, but
okay.
you just made this prompted this thought. If you are grieving and you go to your doctor and you say, I'm not sleeping well, I'm not eating well, my appetite is gone, I'm jittery, or my emotions, I'm feeling sad or mad or whatever, be sure to tell the doctor or your medical provider that you have had a life-changing or life-altering experience, such as a death or, a job loss, because most of them have not been trained to treat, to recognize grief.
Right.
So what's going to happen? They're going to prescribe you some meds,
Right.
and so it may not be anxiety. It's grief,
Right.
because it manifests that way.
I'm a firm believer, and a few years ago it became evident to me that people don't realize how strong grief is. I remember when the actress Carrie Fisher died. I remember when she died. Princess Leia.
Yeah. You see me doing that.
I remember when Carrie Fisher died.
Yeah.
The next day, her mom died. And she died of a heartache. I mean, and she was nothing wrong with, nothing really wrong with Carrie, but it was nothing wrong with her mother. Other than, she was up in age, obviously, but the grief
took her out.
And it is possible. And I don't think people realize that.
Yeah.
Grief is a real thing.
Yeah, and and so I'm not a counselor or a therapist. I just know of that grief. It messes with the mind, with the brain, the front lobe, the frontal lobe. I am getting ready to do some training about that, but it really does mess with the mind, and grief. Fog is a real thing. Brain fog is a real thing.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that gets people, because, they think, I'm losing my mind. No, you're just grieving. You're not losing your mind. You're just grieving. So, yeah.
It's good to know. I had never thought about that.
Yeah, no, that grief thing that's
It's real. It's real.
Yeah, it is. I remember when Dad died, I think I might have lost it just a little bit.
Because you know what to do with it.
Right. So,
lot.
and I'm looking back on it 10 years later, and I'm like, I'm lucky to be alive, honestly. So, just to piggyback on everything, my process was not very great. But then I had to be reminded as time went on that it was not that great. And I needed to change, or else something was going to happen that I probably was aware of but just didn't care. I lost somebody that was the closest thing to a father and a man in my life. So all the navigation was like a compass twitching. It's just the arrow going everywhere. Don't know where to go.
Know what to do with it.
So I look back on it now, and I'm able to do things differently. Just because I know that back then that wasn't the greatest idea. And maybe I wasn't entirely in an environment where I could get the help that I might have needed. Me being us grieving, some of us can be stubborn to the help because we want to grieve how we want to grieve. But there's nothing wrong with seeking that help because of that. So
right.
I in my personal opinion, I feel like I should have gotten help a little sooner, but I'm actually glad that I managed to make a decision that would alter how all of that would look in the form of children. Those twins at age 30, I realized that me grieving like this, it would not work having to raise kids.
Yeah.
Because then I am pushing that onto them. So I got to backpedal, figure out what it is I'm going to do while I grieve, and it don't affect them in any way. I get all of those feelings too. So you're going to feel some things, but it's how you react in the midst of. And that changes everything once you realize what it is that you have behind you. You have so much to look forward to. So there's nothing wrong with your process. But always remember that your process is trained to help you co-regulate them.
And it's I always tell people, unless you are trying to do something destructive to yourself or someone else, you know, what you're experiencing is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Yeah,
This was a great little session here.
Yeah.
So do you where can we reach you at?
Thank you for asking. You can reach me on my website, which is Destined to Thrive Grief Coaching. You can reach me on Instagram at Grief Coach Lynn, and also on Facebook and LinkedIn at Lynn Lewis.
All right, y'all.
And yeah, and I use email, Destined to Thrive at Outlook.com.
Okay. And there you go, y'all.
There I go. There I am on the screen. So, and I do, you know, if you have additional questions, you can reach out to me and we can have a chat. I do work with, individuals who are in groups. I'm starting a group in February, and it's for adults who are ready to move forward. You know, it's for the person to say, okay, I can't change this, nothing I can do about it, but I just need some help to move forward, you know. So what I do is, if you think about life coaching, if you're familiar with life coaching, then what I do is similar to that, except for it.
They were once here, and you still have memories of those. So, if anything, just remember, during the times where you want to feel sad, remember the time where they made you laugh.
And it's okay to feel sad, because
Yeah.
I say you can have tears in your eyes and be laughing at the same time.
Yep.
I tell people all the time, the things at first, the memories at first that made you cry are the ones down that make me laugh.
Right.
The ones down that make me smile.
Yeah. So.
Because now it helps you it helps you paint a picture where it doesn't look like a loss. It'll look like you might actually be creating something for yourself, a memory of your own that you might be using from a past memory of a time where everything was the way it was.
Well, the loss is still the loss is not changing, but can, you know, create. Right, you can create
You could definitely
memories, and you get to decide how you want to honor your person. You get to decide how you're gonna move yourself forward, and all of that. So most definitely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. Do you have any closing remarks?
Well, I first want to thank you, Lynn, for coming on tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you to our audience for coming back with us. It was so good to be back in the building with you all tonight. I have enjoyed being here. I may have needed this more than y'all needed it.
Hey.
But it was a blessing. It was really a blessing to be here tonight.
Yep.
If you want to reach out to us, it's I've Got Something to Say podcast on Facebook. It's Angela Canty Ingram on Facebook for me. Breeze.
Ooh, and it's Condolo on Facebook and Instagram, y'all.
Big shout out to G Money for allowing us to have our podcast here at Big Time Entertainment, and it's Big Time Entertainment Podcast
and Network.
Yes. So we will definitely be back here next Monday if the creek don't rise.
Hey, if it don't, we will be back, and if it does, we're gonna fly here.
You all, please be good to one another, love one another, look out for one another, know your rights. That's your homework. If you don't know,
get to looking them up.
Look them up. because we are going to need that. We're going to need to know our rights because it's serious.
Times are changing.
Yeah. So we have to look out for ourselves and look out for one another. Okay, I'm going to leave you all with that. Okay? So we'll see you next Monday. Peace.
Love.